Hello, you just downloaded PrestaShop and we're so happy to have you among our users. Let's have a look at the 4 steps to follow to set up your online store. Let's go. The installation process should take about 10 minutes. Before you begin, you will need a domain name that you own, for example, yourshop.com, and a web hosting service associated with your domain name, already set up with a database. To learn more about domain names and how to set up a database on your server, check with your hosting provider. To start the installation, you first need to unzip the file you downloaded from PrestaShop.com. Once the file is unzipped, you now have a folder containing the 3 files that appear on the screen. Next, connect to a web hosting associated with your domain name using the connection details provided by your hosting provider. Once connected to the server, transfer the 3 files you just extracted. The transfer may take a few minutes to complete. Once the file transfer is complete, you're ready to move on to the next step. Using your web browser, go to the URL associated with your web hosting, for example, yourshop.com. From there, the installation of PrestaShop should begin automatically. The process may take a few minutes. Once the installation is complete, you will be guided through each step. The username and password you will choose in one of these steps will be used later to access your store. Please note that the country you will choose for your store will affect the VAT rate applied, the currency used, and the language of the back office. Once you fill out your store information, you will need to connect it to your web hosting. The database connection information is provided by your hosting provider and includes the server address, the database name, and so on. Please check with your hosting provider if you encounter any problem. Once your store is connected, you can move on to the next screen. Your store is now being created by PrestaShop on your server. After a few moments, your store will have been created and the installation will be finished. Just one more step before your store is ready. Now, delete the install folder from your server. On your server, rename the admin folder to a name of your choice. For example, Admin Shop or PrestaShop Backoffice. A unique folder name will indeed make it much more difficult for intruders to get access. You can now access the front office, the part of your store that your customers will see. To access it, just go to your address, say yourshop.com, and voila! Your new store contains sample items, which you will see when you first visit the site. You can now access the back office of your store. To do so, go to your domain name, followed by the new name you gave the admin folder earlier. For example, yourshop.com/adminshop. To log in, enter the username and password you chose during the installation. Now you have access to the back office. Time to configure it and make your first sale. That's it. Your store is now available online and ready to be configured. Happy selling!